Fuck fun and spicy.
Boom.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Welcome back, dude. Welcome back, everybody. You know,
It's been like 6 months, dude.
I tell you, dude, I think this is the longest we've ever went without actually streaming. You know, I think there was just a lot of stuff that was happening, dude, back to back between my
In 2
life,
years.
your life, Law's, our producer's life. You know, it was just like, man,
Yeah.
you know, but
Yeah.
in 2 years of streaming, like that was like the first time that's ever happened. And I guess, you know, statistically speaking, it was bound to happen.
There's only 3 of us. I mean, the universe is going to treat us all bad somehow at one
Yeah.
time or another at the same time.
Man,
But
dude, I'm
we're
telling
here
you.
now. So, salud, buddy. It's good to see you. How you
yeah.
been, man? I mean, let's talk about our troubles for a few minutes. Why the fuck
Hello.
not? Oh, what do you got?
This here's the Modelo Agua Frescas pineapple.
Are they good? That
Yeah.
would give me heartburn.
You know what? It's just smooth. It's really smooth. It almost tastes
Okay.
like I'm drinking just pineapple like water from the Mexican store with ice in it. I gotta have ice in mine though. I like it chilled.
That's cool.
Even though the can's been in the fridge, I like mine. I like cold, you know. If it could be a slushy, I'd have a slushy.
I've had beer slushy. When I'm working around the house, I'll put a beer in the fridge. I'll forget about it. Like an hour later, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get that before it explodes.
You know, that's what I thought about that the other day. And I was sitting there, I was like, you know, they have root beer floats. I wonder if they have beer floats, like beer and ice cream.
Yes.
And I looked it up, and it's actually a thing. I don't know if there's anything around here like that, but I actually saw it. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. Because you know they make a lot of alcohol that that tastes like creamsicles and root beer. I was like, well, why not mix some fucking ice cream and make a fucking adult root beer float or adult Coke float, Jack and Coke float?
We do at my pub.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's Guinness and ice cream. So the Guinness is nice and thick and rich, almost chocolatey, almost. I'll tell you what, people order it in a pint or a half pint. The half pint's better than the pint. It's delicious for like the first sips, and then it gets really old real quick. Like that's the fact. You get tired of it. You're like, oh, okay, I'm done with this. Like I said, the first sip, you're like, ooh, because you get the ice cream fresh, Then the second sip, your palate's used to it. By the third sip, get out of here. It's better in a small little. It'd be better in like a double shot glass,
like a shot, bit of ice
cream. Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can see that. A shot, just simple right down the hatch and you're good to go. I'm with that. Let's see. But
so
dude, earlier we were talking about what was going on with you because I was telling you what's going on with me, and mine was just like, Otis having like issues with the car and stuff like that. And you were like, speaking of car issues, and then you just went off this crazy story you were telling me.
I'm gonna tell you guys on air too, because what the shit, guys. You know what? Let Spicy light up a cigarette for this one. Sit back, babies, and I'm going to tell you the story about the day that Spicy took his car to get an oil change. So, here in the Pacific Northwest, Northern California and all this, we have a tire shop called Les Schwab. Now, when old man Les Schwab, the man, was alive, it was the best tire shop in the world. As soon as he died, it went to shit. So yesterday, day before, no, Friday, I take my car in for an oil change. And they change the oil. They back the car into its spot out of the thing, give me the keys. I get in the car, start it up, starts up just fine. Pull it out of the fucking the driveway and instantly lose all acceleration. I'm hitting the gas, the thing's doing this, the RPMs, nothing, no movement. It goes in reverse though, is the crazy thing. It just won't go in drive. So I'm trying to figure this out. They had to fuck something up. So I go back in there and I tell them at Les Schwab, I'm like, hey guys, you guys fucked something up in my car. I was real nice about it, but still, what the shit?
Did they deny it? It was like, no, Ryan.
He didn't deny it. He goes, let's go check it out. And he goes, I don't know what's wrong. I can't see. I don't know how an oil change would affect everything. I'm like, oh, you're right. I don't see how that either. But, maybe you guys, because these are all newer cars, I drive a Charger. It's a fucking high performance vehicle. Maybe there's a plug that connects to the transmission or something. I don't know. Please help me. No, there's nothing like that, man. So today I had my car towed over to the auto mechanic across the street from Les Schwab. This guy calls me. He's like, hey, man, you should come down here. I'm like, why? Is my car dead? He's like, you should come down here. It'd be easier to show you than to explain. I'm like, what the hell? And he kind of laughed for a second. And I'm like, is it funny? Does that make it any better? So I get there. Car's up on the lift, right? Jacked up. And he's like, come under the car. Something. He pulls there's like a plastic underplate under my Charger. He pulls this thing off and you can see the oil plate leaking fresh, clean oil. He's like, they put new oil in. I'm like, that's cool. And then he showed me the plug. So like where you unscrew to drain your oil.
Mm-hmm.
This has never been removed. I'm like, what's that mean? He lowers the car and he pulls the dipstick. Instead of this much oil on the dipstick where it's supposed to be, there was this much oil on the dipstick. These guys didn't empty the oil out before they put the new oil in, flooded my fucking engine with the thing. And I guess our cars have these sensors on them now that will tell you when your oil pressure's through the roof. It'll just shut down so it doesn't kill your car. And that's what it did.
That is ridiculous, dude. That
you
is
believe
crazy.
This crap?
So my thing is this: they had to have drove it out of the, or
no,
just
they
rolled
backed it out because it was parked.
So they just rolled it out
from the garage. It goes. I told you the car goes in reverse, no problem. So they didn't even notice that it wouldn't drive forward because they didn't have to.
And now they're just like, oh,
Well, no. Now what happened is this cool mechanic guy. Since they're right across the street, he's like, I know the guys over at Les Schwab. We do a lot of business together. Go over there, give them the bill. And if they need to talk to me about it, they can call me. I'll explain everything. I'm like, fucking cool. Somebody's on Spicy's side. Thank God. So I've got that going for me, which is nice.
Yeah, dude, because damn, dude. I mean, you were out, and then you said there was something wrong with the other vehicle, and I was like, man.
My wife's car's out, the minivan's out. So thank God, dude, that when I first moved to this town, I got a job with a taxi company. And Bill at Coastal Cab here in Northern California was genuinely nice enough to let me rent a car, even though he doesn't rent cars anymore. So he was like, I'll give it to you. I'll let you borrow it. The normal price is this, but I'll give you the spicy price. So a little friend discount on that, which would help me out a lot. So thank you to all the people that kind of banded together to do me goodwill. My father-in-law picked me up yesterday to go do some things I had to do. Took my wife shopping the other day. Everybody that's been around me while this bullshit's been going on has been amazing. But why do I need the bullshit in the first place, man? What the just like you got car shit going on. You got taking people to new job stuff. It's just we got kids on top of it and all their crap. We're both got others that wives and people others. I don't know.
I know.
When it rains, it pours, dude.
Oh man, speaking of raining and pouring, dude, I just got an update on my phone or like the weather, dude. We're gonna be in for like some crazy weather coming up here in a couple.
I heard this for you guys, especially. We're gonna get some rain, but not like what you guys are gonna like. They're talking about what?
Category 3
tornadoes?
Storm, severe storm, man. It was like, yeah, let's see. Yeah, dude, it was like I was looking at it right now.
So what do you do? There's nothing you can do, but just be safe when you're driving and kind of stay home as much as you can, right?
Dude, I'm telling you, people in Georgia, we don't really care about storms because we're like, oh, Florida hurricanes, that happens all the time, but like the recent storm, the recent hurricane that actually came up through, that
Yeah.
rattled the brakes off everybody. Because, like I said, we're usually Georgia's like, that state, like, oh, hurricane, that's Florida's problem, The worst we're gonna get is Floridians coming through, buying up all the water and toilet paper. Yeah. But man,
do you have a little safe stockpile for storms and stuff?
Yeah, it's called the grocery store.
No,
I only buy what I need. You know what I'm saying? I start don't get me wrong, like I'll buy 4 or 5 cases of water at a time. Like I'm just have it there until I drink it all, and then I'll buy some more. But I don't stockpile. Dude, I stock bathroom tissue and stuff like that. I keep it in the closet. I have a little closet, but no means do I have my garage fucking like pantries on the wall, anything mason jar, that.
Do you at least have like a storm preparedness kit, flashlight and batteries and shit like that?
Oh yeah, I got candles. I got the big Virgin Mary candle. I'm just kidding. I got the little bitty. I got the candles, dude. I got
this one's got Santo Niño de Atocha on it.
Yeah.
That's too funny, dude.
I got the candles and stuff. I got flashlights and stuff. So yeah.
All right. As long as you guys are safe. I mean, I told you you're my buddy, dude. I can't have anything happen to you. It's not the Spicy and Spicy Show.
I'm telling you, dude. Oh man. Besides all that, everything else is going good now, man. I just got the tire. One of the last things, I think the last thing I need to do is change my oil, but I got my tire put on my car.
Careful.
Today, so,
Make sure they empty it first.
I'm gonna do it myself.
Okay, out of what? I should have done it myself. I don't know.
Yeah, just get up under there, loosen the bolt, oil in your hand, you'll be all right. Yeah, but the guy only charged me $35 to change my tire, so I was like, yeah, that's cool, me.
That's all right.
Appreciate that, And
yeah.
But man, another news, like an actual news, dude. I mean, have you been following along with Trump, dude, and the tariffs and
bro?
Taxes,
I am ready for World War III to happen, dude. I'm like looking out my window, like, when is Canada gonna bomb us,
dude? Right?
I wish I was joking.
We're seeing like major losses, dude. Major losses in big companies like Apple, and I mean, they were talking about Tesla. Yeah, a lot of like what they call them, the big seven. I don't know. Anyways, these big companies, dude, and they're like, we're not talking about hundreds of thousands. We're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions, $700+ billion of loss just recently.
Yeah, over this. What's he been president 45 days?
Dude, and I mean we got Canada, their shops, they're pulling, American brew, they're pulling it off the shelves. They're pulling their alcohol off the shelves, like they're not stocking it anymore. I'm like, and people are just they don't
and I can't get Canadian beer. Where am I going to get my Molsons?
Wait, you know what I'm saying? Canadian bacon, baby.
Oh shit. No Canadian bacon, we're fine.
Pizza that's gonna take a hit, right? The
pizza I work at a pizza bar. I can't.
Did I use Canadian bacon, Canadian sausage?
Well, if we're getting it from China, it's gonna be Canadian kitty.
Yeah, oh my God, Jesus. Say the phrase, man. Jesus, you haven't said it in so long. Tell everybody.
You're right. You're right.
The views
expressed on Fat and Spicy are not indicative or in any way the views of PNS Studios.
Thank you.
Just got to get that out of the way.
Speaking of PNS Studios, we are officially an LLC.
We're officially an LLC.
Officially an LLC, guys.
Dude, you took hours out of your week and revamped our Twitch. You got some pictures up on our Twitch and our YouTube. Yeah. Our Discord's all new, guys. We have a phone number now. Can you put that up, man?
Yeah, sure.
Throw it up for the people.
Yeah, there we go. Guys, if you want to call in and give a shout out, maybe you want to say hey to Fat, maybe you want to say what's up to Spicy, maybe you want to cuss us out and just hang up, You
motherfuckers, you click.
Yeah, click. You can call us, guys, right here live on air, guys. It'll ring and we'll talk to you over the air. Everybody else will hear you out there. So try to keep it rated, rated R at least. Not rated R for racist, though.
Yeah, let's not get in trouble.
Please don't.
I think that was one of the conversations we had when we're like, "Did we get a phone number?" It's like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's always that. It's always that. That call, and I think it's happening. It's going to happen to everybody. It's going to happen at one point in time. Somebody's going to call. So.
We need somebody to call and do the Howard Stern thing. We're like, "Baba booey, baba booey, baba booey," and hang up.
Yeah, right, exactly. But Geez, yeah, the tariffs, dude, is crazy. And what's crazier to me is there's so many people out there that can't see past the whole "Make America Great Again" racism. Like they can't see. They're like, who needs Canada? Who needs all these other countries? I'm like, you guys really don't know anything about business. You guys do not know anything about economy. I was like, you guys just like in their mind. I think in their mind, America can do it all and just be alienated from the world.
In their mind, yes. You remember on the last, I saw this in one of the YouTube clips popped up from one of our shows where you're like, it's 2025. Already things are going to hell. What are we supposed to expect? And I said, just wait. Let's see what happens. Just take a breath and let's wait. Maybe it'll be okay. Well, I started doing some digging, man, and I started reading some stuff on Donald Trump. And I am not a fan of Orange Man, just not. But then I started thinking, he grew up in the 90s on the streets of New York. That can't be easy. He
With a
built
small loan.
buildings. Well, it doesn't matter what the loan is. You have to deal with the mafia if you want to get an ounce of concrete poured. And who's going to take out your garbage? That's not run by the fucking Girl Scouts up there. You got to worry about all these things, city codes, and all the shit that goes with it. He did do some stuff. So he took some shots with some less than great shit, Trump vodka or Trump University or Trump steaks. You only miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I give him credit for at least trying. So I'm starting to think about this guy. And I'm like, maybe he is a businessman.
He is a
And then
businessman.
I see this. And I'm like, he's a businessman. He's peddling bullshit is what he's peddling. This is what he's always been peddling.
I'm telling you
all
what
the
he's
shit,
doing.
all the chances I gave him.
Picture a businessman who is a one of those guys that say, you want to sell on my street? You want to deal on my corners? You got to pay the tax. Right? You don't pay the tax, you don't get to play ball with the rest of the cool kids. You know what I'm saying? So now this kid, this guy with this mentality is in charge of the nation. And now it's his grounds. You want to play ball, you want to sell in here, you're going to have to pay the taxes.
He's still got that 1990s. Giuliani hadn't shut down the mob yet. This is how things get done.
Yeah.
And he doesn't understand global politics. Like, what's this shit about pulling us out of the UN? We are the UN. It was created so that we could back other countries and they could back us. That's all it is. So why is he so against it? Somebody brought something up, man, and I want your opinion.
Yeah, shoot. Go ahead.
He's been doing dealings in Moscow for what, 30 years, right? 40 years. He has borrowed money from Russia, from oligarchs, and he's been working with them and doing deals. Do you think that he's actually, because I've heard this going around, do you think he's actually like a KGB plant? Like like an asset, not a plant, but an asset. Like how the Russian government will put somebody into the White House to listen and do shit and kind of influence things. Do you think that that's what happened and things kind of got too far and now he's president? And so that's why he's calling. That's why he's calling Zelensky
in the White House is Elon.
But why call Zelensky a dictator? Why say that Ukraine started the war? Why do that unless you're working for Russia?
You got to understand that as much as Donald is a businessman, he's also a celebrity in his own mind. So he wants to be in the press. He wants to have the cameras on him at all times. He loves that shit. He gets a high off. It's like being the man in charge,
Yeah, but the problem is, unlike The Apprentice, he doesn't have people writing fucking scripts for him.
He has to do this himself. It doesn't matter. Any press is what?
Well, yeah, you're right. Any press is good press. You're right.
Exactly. And we see it all through Hollywood. We'll see it, we see it all with the celebrities.
Well, why can't you get press by doing the good shit?
Because it's a lot easier. And nowadays, with what the people want, with what the people have accepted as news, to get bad press and be on it.
You're right.
So you could go out there and save 1,000 lives, but they're only going to report the 2 lives you didn't save.
You're right. But what happens in 4 years? Everyone's like, well, in 4 years, it'll all be back to normal. Well, no, the changes he's made are going to last for decades.
Yeah, I mean,
It's going to take forever to undo the shit that he's done. So I don't know how the judges and the courts are letting this happen. I know that the courts have been turning down a lot of his shit. Right? You can't fire these people. Constitutionally, you can't fire these people. Blah blah blah. You can't shut down these agencies.
trust me, he's
All this
working
shit.
on that.
And he's working on that.
He's working on that.
He's suing somebody in Florida, and he made a co-defendant somebody in Texas, so that way he could have it seen under a Texas judge that he got appointed.
Hey, look, like I said, the man knows the loopholes.
Yeah, he does.
You know,
can you fault him for knowing the loopholes?
No.
Good president, bad president,
No,
doesn't matter.
If the system is made that way, you can't fault it. You can't fault the man for the system. How you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like if you were sitting there and you're playing you're playing the claw machine, right? Trying to get a bear, and it picks two of them up and drops two, and the guy comes back and says, "Hey, now I put one back." You feel some type of way. Like, no, I didn't. That was the machine.
Yeah.
You know, exactly. You can't fault the man for knowing the ins and outs. If anything, fault the system. But again, the system was made that way. The system was made to have loopholes that you, me, the average Joe will never understand and never know because it's not made for us.
It's not made for us. We don't have the money to understand those loopholes. We don't need those loopholes.
Exactly. But it's made for loopholes. It's made to say, hey, look right here, this piece of paper right here, it says the rich can't get, they can't monopolize. This is what this is. And then the people are like, oh, good, that's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want. And then as soon as the people turn around and they're like, yeah, we're happy, the rich go, but you didn't read the fine print.
Yeah.
Now we got monopoly, but it's just not under one thing. It's not just Disney.
I own
Disney
50
Plus.
shell corporations.
Yeah. It's Disney Plus. Oh no. It's we're gonna relabel it and we're gonna,
Oh, but we also own HBO Max and CBS, and they're their own companies. What are you talking about?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Their own companies. Exactly.
Their own companies.
People are not. They're not meant to know. They're not meant to know because you don't need to know. Because as long as you do what you're supposed to do and keep those wheels of corporate running, that's all you need to know. All you
buy
need
their
to
product
know.
And pay their taxes.
Exactly, dude. And I was speaking on this, and I was thinking about this before the show, and I wanted to talk to you about it. Speaking of broken systems, I was thinking in the bathroom, and I was like, another system that's broken that we don't ever see any fixes to is the justice system.
Oh, well, my wife works for the prison. Prison for profit's a huge thing,
right? But to me, I know, and I was like, when I was talking to myself, and I'm like, well, how do you know it's broken? I'll tell you the easiest way that I could come at somebody if somebody wanted to debate with me and say, well, what do you mean it's broken? I said, okay. The easiest way I can explain to somebody that it's broken is let's say when a predator, does something to a child, and then they go to jail. Nobody is happy with the justice of what happened. Nobody's happy with he got 5, 6, 7 years behind prison. No, they go to sleep with the justice of saying, what? Oh, they're going to deal with him where?
Yeah, he's going to get prison justice, right?
He's going to get dealt with
street justice or whatever.
In prison. That's what makes people feel better.
Yeah.
So that if we have to rely on getting justice from people who were done wrong or done right by the justice system, those are the people that we're waiting to give real justice from. If we have to rely on that and sleep good on that, tell me that the system isn't broken. Because the justice that was given out from the beginning wasn't enough.
I'm going to be honest. I have a lot to say on it, but I will be honest and fair to my viewers or our viewers. I don't know that what I'm saying is honest and factual. So my opinion is there needs to be reform. I think the wrong people are in prison sometimes for the wrong shit.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. You get caught with like a couple joints on you back in the 90s. They locked you up for a fucking year. The joints. If you were black, that's 30 years, homie.
Dude, I mean, dude, another thing is like whenever women or men are accusing people of wrongful crimes, and then these people are doing time, and then comes out later that they lied.
Yep.
Why aren't those people doing time?
I heard a really good system to end that. Apparently, back in ancient times, in a couple of cities, if, like, say you were a merchant, right? And I think that you cheated me. If you cheated me, they'll kill you. If you didn't cheat me, they kill me for false accusation. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
Doesn't that keep people in check?
yeah, it does.
That's the easiest way. Eye for an eye. I don't know.
But it
Look,
also, but see, with that level of justice, you also have to understand that evidence can be planted.
let's
And
bring the justice and what you said about reform all the way back around. You got a president who was convicted of 34 felonies. 34, not 10, not 15. I don't care if everybody that was on the jury watched the Phat and Spicy Show and hated me. If I got convicted of 34 felonies, I'd be in prison.
oh yeah,
I'd be in prison. I don't care
let
what you say.
alone being in the White House, right?
Let alone being elected to fucking any kind of federal office, let alone the highest elected office, dare I say, in the world. I don't get any of it, dude. It all needs to be fixed. Every bit of this needs to be fixed, but it's not going to get fixed, at least not in our lifetimes, I promise you. We're not going to have. Look, I honestly thought that Obama was going to be the great white.
The great white shark.
Did not mean to say that. We bleeped it. I was going to say the great white hope, referring to the boxer, but no. I thought he was going to be the great political savior that was going to unify both sides for once. And all it did was drive a bigger wedge because he was black. And one side hated the black people and didn't want him president, and the other side idolized him. It's kind of like what's going on with Trump, though, right? To the Democrats, Trump's the devil, and to the Republicans, they idolize him. It's just Obama reversed. No,
Man, dude,
except Obama spoke like this, and he was very factual. And you know what, Betsy? Today we're going to go do this.
It's not that.
Spicy's great. Everybody loves Spicy. He's got the biggest dick. I saw him in the locker room. And people cheer. They're the exact polar opposites of each other. And both had the same effect on the country.
It is simple. It just goes to show the division of knowledge in our country. And
knowledge. What do you mean by knowledge, though? Do you mean education or just like keeping up with the news, or what?
Everything in general. It's all one big bowl of knowledge. It's all one. Whether it's, like you said, education, whether it's knowing what's right and what's wrong, whether it's on a psychological level, where it's on a right and wrong in general, or it's on a political level where what's legally allowed and what's not allowed. It's just such a division, and there's such a big chunk of people that just don't know shit. Excuse my language, but you don't know shit. You don't.
I'm one of them.
And I know. No, you at least take the time to research something before spewing out of your mouth. And the other day I'm sitting there on Facebook, right? And nothing. And I try not to go in. I don't comment on people's stuff. I don't like commenting on people's stuff because I ain't got time for my phone to be going off bling, 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 notification. But man, I'm so tired of seeing the ignorance of immigration and how it's being done. Dude, the whole thing with Panama getting all of these immigrants that don't even belong to Panama.
Yeah. They have nothing to do with Panama.
And Panama's like
Ecuador, and
Panama's like, what do we do with these people? Like, they gotta leave. They can't be here.
Then they send them to Guantanamo.
And I'm like, and then people are like, well, the free ride's over, blah blah blah. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, and then people are just going there. We're tired of spending all our tax dollars. They're eating all our tax money, and the immigrants are eating tax money. They don't pay taxes, blah blah. I'm like, everyone pays fucking taxes.
Yeah.
When you go out to the store to buy a cheeseburger, what do you get on that receipt?
You get your tax. Now, even in Oregon, but even the taxes that every tax, everybody pays tax, whether you like it or not.
Everybody
in one way or another. You get gas, you're paying tax. There's gas taxes in that price of the gas.
You're getting taxed on the tax money that's already fucking taxed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your check is taxed as soon as you fucking get it in your hand. And we're the dumb ones that say, okay, and then we go to the store and get taxed again. But again, the people sit there and say, oh, they're not paying taxes. Or there are tax dollars. I'm not spending. I don't like my tax dollars, going to helping illegal. I'm like, what? Helping them what? What exactly is you don't know shit. You're just spewing stuff off of the shit that you heard off of somebody else say. You heard Trump say something, you heard something on TV, you heard something on the radio. You didn't bother to check the facts because you're too fucking ignorant and dumb to look in and to follow, and to follow just like to look into it, to research it. You just don't care. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching, I'm going through these comments of what's going on in Panama, and all these people are just now in the streets. They don't have anywhere to go. Yeah. And people are like, good, on my tax dollar. I'm like, and I'm just like, I got frustrated, dude. And I was like, it's so easy for you to say something like that and not be even remotely aware of the stupid shit that your tax dollars actually goes to.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so you're not cool with immigrants, but you're cool with lobster tanks. Yeah. You're cool with funding fucking golf courses.
Yep.
You're cool for fucking funding all these what are these fundamental learning programs, to help people be, not or
we're gonna give money to the churches so they can help you pray your gay away.
Yeah, it's like you're okay with that.
That's
you're
cool.
Okay with that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's great.
But you won't say anything about that. And then I get a comment. Then I get a response that says, well, we didn't really have any control of our tax dollars and what was going to be done with it. Well, you fucking do. It's called voting.
It's called voting. You vote with your dollars. They're called dollar votes.
You don't like the guy that's in the office right now making a stupid decision. Vote his ass out.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't have any control over this, blah, blah, blah. But Trump and Elon's going to fix all that. And I'm like, and he's like, I'm tired of all these foreigners and their vacation here is done. They need to go back to their country. And I'm like, that's a really nice, strong German last name you have.
No shit, right?
Go back to your country.
Or these people that they say, we need to kick all the people who aren't hired in the federal government out. We don't want no foreign influence in our federal government. Boy, Elon's a good-looking dude, ain't he? He's got some good ideas. Exactly. You know what I was just like, what the fuck did you just say to me? You said, let's kick out foreign influence on our government, and then you tell me Elon's great, and you worship the ground he walks on.
He's fucking born in Africa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
is he? I don't even think is he a U.S. citizen?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know if he is or not.
You're on a work. He's like, I don't need a work visa. I created the company that I work for. So I extended my visa indefinitely.
He's going to buy the $5 million gold card.
Yeah. Oh my God. The $5 billion gold card to bring us out of debt, right?
To bring us out of debt. That's right. Let's stop $453 million in spending to study, what was it? Transsexual mice. Dude. It was transdemic or transphobic, something like that. And it's a study that they do on the rats that actually benefits human cancer research. They didn't know that. They saw trans and freaked out because they don't know what the fuck they're cutting. You know what I mean? I just saw a thing yesterday that all offensive words are being scrubbed from U.S. government sites. So there's a picture of the World War II plane that dropped the bomb, the Enola Gay. They're taking that picture down because it says gay in it. Yeah, history doesn't matter anymore because it's offensive. I thought it was the liberals that got offended by everything. I thought it was liberal snowflakes. Now it's becoming Republican snowflakes. All government websites have to be scrubbed to the word woman, but they're not scrubbed to the word man. Or black, but not white.
It's a joke.
I don't get it. Who are you helping with this? You're just pushing your agenda, and you're proving that Hitler salute was absolutely right. I wanted to give him a pass. The guy's fucking autistic. I love America. No, not at all. You love being white. You love, look, He's from South Africa. South Africa was like the hub of apartheid back in the day. Remember? That was what Mandela was fighting against, was apartheid in South Africa. These people want this shit. And then what happens to you and me? I'm white. I'm not this white because I got lights on me right now, but I'm Italian. You're Latino. What happens when people are just like, you know what? Unless you're this or this exactly, you're out. What happens to us? We're Americans.
You know what was crazy is when I started seeing the Native Americans marching around and saying, go back to where you back to where you came from."
No shit.
And I was laughing. I was like, "What do you say to that? What do you say to that?"
What can you say?
But this is their thing. This is what they say. It's not our fault we bought the guns. It's not our fault we had the guns. Okay.
That was then. This is now. They have these lovely casinos, better than Trump Tower, almost, not quite. They opened a new restaurant. It's called, you don't have to have reservations to get in.
Dude.
If you can't get in, you can walk away on the Trail of Tears.
Golly, dude.
Sorry. The views expressed on the Phat and Spicy Show do not represent PNS Studios. If you're cold, we'll give you a blanket. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I don't even know.
Are
Other
we-
than that, I mean,
Are we ever going to get back to normal?
I don't know, dude. I mean, what is normal at this point, dude? What is normal?
That's exactly what went through my head as soon as I asked you the question. Like,
when I'm starting to question the hat. I'm like, when was America great? Because I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, remind me, please, when it was.
Never. Back when we were founding this thing, we were still migrating. When in 1776, we were still migrating westward, right? 1849 was the California Gold Rush. We were still shooting Native Americans on their land back then. It wasn't great then.
Nope.
Then we go into the 20s, right? We got a lot of racism happening.
Dude,
just
racism
all over, right? Then we go into the 40s, World War II. When was that good? Then we go into the 60s. And we've got the hippie movement and super racism. Then we move into the 80s and we got cocaine and flock of seagulls,
drugs,
parachute pants. You know, when was that great? I mean, it was great for some people. They love that shit, but you know what I'm saying,
dude. I mean, we were still coming out of the depression. It's crazy.
You're not wrong. The only time we've ever really been financially sound in my lifetime, and I was born in 1977. It seems was like between 1988 and 1995, because that tech bubble just happened and everybody was making money. People were making so much money that old ladies were betting on football because they could afford it. You know what I mean? It was money was
about the 90s, 90, 95. That's really when America was any kind of stability.
Right.
You know,
we had a military. George Bush was in, and I'm not saying Bush was a great president, but he was a strong president. He wouldn't let us get pushed around. I'm talking senior, not junior.
No, senior. Yeah, I'm about to say. I know it ain't Mister.
You know.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. I can't.
I love a painter though. Have you seen him paint? That man can paint. Should have been an artist. Yeah, dude. Look, let me. I'll pull it up. I'll show you. Let me see.
Look, I wasn't a fan of George Bush because, being the head of the CIA before he was president, you got to know he's into some shady shit. He knows all the secrets. But don't you need somebody like that to be running our country who's strong enough to keep those secrets? A man of honor, like he was. Just saying, I'm not a Republican, but sometimes you get good shit, and in retrospect, you look back. Even George W. wasn't that bad. What did he really do that was terrible?
Who?
George W.
Yeah.
He was just dumb, but he didn't make any bad policies. It was Dick Cheney who made the bad policies.
Yeah.
His vice president.
So,
I don't know. What do you got? Is this George Bush?
Yeah, George Bush painted this.
What are these, serial killers?
The Kennedys. Let me see.
These are the Kennedys?
Let me see, though.
Is that why one of them's in an orange jumpsuit?
You know.
Who's that, Bill Murray?
Somebody's got robotic legs. You got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, go back. There's Bruce Willis.
No, that's Hank Hill.
Damn it, Bobby. Give me a blast.
Jesus crazy.
That's my purse. I don't know you. Oh
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
man. I mean, other than that, like I said, we had stock market crashes in 2000, 2008. You know, like when, when was it great? I don't know. So, I mean, maybe in their minds, I don't know. I think in
Man, like I said, I want to wake up in the morning and open up my news and not see his fucking face every day. Is that so much to goddamn ask?
So let me ask you a question. Would you rather see his face or the Kardashians?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
But
good would
in
you
the
rather.
retrospect, because before we had Trump, we had the Kardashians,
Yeah,
and
we
their
did.
motherfuckers was everywhere.
Before that, it was Jersey Shore.
You know.
Great group of kids. I know them. Had him in the White House. Snooki, she's awesome. Gonna make her Secretary of Defense.
Jesus, dude.
Holy shit, man.
Man, I
So
tell
we've
you,
had 45 minutes of sitting here and bullshitting and just griping about the government. Anything funny happen to you this week? Anything lighthearted? Did you fart in someone's face or something?
no, dude, you know, not just my kids. No. Oh man, no, man, I've been keeping up. I like to keep up with what's going on in space, you know, stuff like that, man. NASA, you know,
What's going on in NASA?
seeing if those astronauts are still up there.
They're still up there.
They're still up there, man. It's just like
We're
it's
gonna
just
get you down sooner or later.
it's
You're
just
coming home.
mind blowing. It's mind blowing, dude. It's
Yeah.
mind blowing.
What's even more mind
They're
blowing
still
is
up there. That they're still
we send resupplies up to the ISS often. Why can't they just come back in one of those capsules?
right. And then you know, Firefly. I don't know if you know Firefly. They're like the first ever business private space explorations, you know. I think they're what they're trying to
Exploration.
do. Yeah, they're trying to open up like where you can pay money to go explore space. So
Oh, astrotourism. Okay. Yeah.
So they landed their first successful lunar landing, commercial company, on March the 2nd.
Cool.
So, you know.
Very cool. What are they gonna no, that landed.
So have we heard anything else about this space military?
Wait. That landed. That
What did?
probe. That
Yeah,
probe
yeah,
that they sent to the moon.
yeah.
It landed and it
Yep.
fell over and crashed.
Really?
Yeah, it's a second lunar lander that's been sent up this year that's fallen over and crashed in that
And they said
crater.
it was successful. March 2nd, 2025.
Yeah, but then they got the feedback. They've been trying to send these things up for so long, and as soon as they get to the conspiracy theorists are saying, "Oh, the aliens don't want us to know what's going on. They're tipping them over."
I don't know. I just don't think we ever went the first times at all.
Damn it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Do not.
Come on. There's a reason those people are still stuck in space. There's a reason they're still out there. We can't go back and get them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but I don't. No. I don't believe that we didn't go to space. I believe that we went.
I mean, we probably did.
I believe we went to the moon.
Did you hear about that Florida that thing that happened in Florida, you know, where all those police officers and stuff were around the mall? They surrounded that mall.
You can talk about the mall. We had a whole episode about the mall.
I know. And I was talking and I just keep looking into it. You know, I keep looking into it.
This has been haunting your dreams, the Florida alien in the
No,
mall?
I tell you what it is. It's the excuse they gave.
Can you pull something up to show everybody real quick while we're talking about it? I want to see it too.
I tell you, man, it's just
You and this alien.
It
was kids fighting and throwing firecrackers. It's all it was.
That's the thing. That's the thing, right?
That's the thing. What you're in
that's the thing.
You hear
all those. Okay, I'm
gonna send the fucking army. I'm just saying, dude.
So we got. Fucking put this shit up.
We got aliens at the mall. I'm out of here, dude. Aliens at the mall. Oh, yep. There's a couple aliens right there.
FEMA's
helping them.
So my thing is this. This was the turnout. 100 plus more officers for kids with fireworks.
Because they thought it was a mass shooting
You
going
don't
on.
even get this for mass shootings at schools.
Yes,
bro.
you do.
No.
Yes, you absolutely do.
No,
Look at any parking lot footage of a school shooting. You will see that exact thing right there. Guaranteed, man. Like I love you with all my heart. You are like a brother to me. But you got to see some other stuff and compare because
But they didn't say mass shoot. They said it was kids with fireworks.
That's what they found out it was. They didn't know that at first. People had reported hearing what sounded like gunshots while kids were fighting. They thought there was a fucking shootout going on. Of course, you're going to send every cop in the county and city and state. Dude, I was going to Portland, December of last year. I had to go up there to see my pops. And the cop got shot, just one. It should never be any, but that sounded bad. And I shit you not, 60 cops going south while I was going north. There was one guy that shot one cop with one bullet. This is what you think is a bunch of kids having a shootout in a public mall. You're going to send everybody. There's no alien. Where's the clear pictures? Dude, we have people with, this is the best camera ever made. Not this one exactly, but we have them in our hands. High resolution, 1020, 4K, you call it whatever the fuck you want. Why is there never one solid, look, somebody's texting me right now.
Shut your mouth.
Jesus Christ.
Get him off the air. He's talking crazy.
I'm going to text and be like, why don't you get on the fucking Phat and Spicy Show? Put the number up real quick one more time, just in case there's anybody here who wants to chat with us.
All right. Guys, you can call us 707-277-1895.
We don't have a clear picture. Why don't we have a clear picture? We have clear pictures of everything else in the world.
We don't have clear pictures of space.
Aliens. What? No, they're not in space. You said they're at the mall.
No, I said the space. And when we go to space, we don't have clear pictures. It's always some grainy ass footage.
Not anymore. We got the Hubble telescope.
The Hubble bubble? The Hubble
bubble. Or not the Hubble, the James Webb. I'm sorry. The beers are kicking in. Man, it's been a week, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's been a couple of weeks. We haven't caught up with each other in a while.
That's true. That is true.
How's it work, buddy?
It's all right, man. It's all right. I can't complain. I got a call back. I applied to the IT department at my job, so I did get a call back. So I do have a phone interview for that coming up. So it's branching out into a different lane of traffic for me in my career. Obviously, I work with computers all the time. We know here at the house, and you know, I was always the guy. I was always the guy growing up. Take it to Jacob. Take it to Jacob. He'll fix it. You know. And here I am, clearing all your porn off.
I've only asked you to do that for me twice with those viruses.
Hey, look. Hey, I told you, stop clicking on those hot singles in your area. They're not there.
I don't know, man. You got to take enough shots. One of them's going to land. It's a numbers game.
Speaking of that, dude, it was like, oh man, this goes back when I used to work here for Verizon, dude. So we used to come, and people would come in there about their phones all the time not working, right? And at what point do I feel like, it was one of those questions that I always had, you know, in my back of my mind. If I'm going to somebody's phone and I'm transferring everything, you know, and I'm setting everything up, I double check, make sure everything's good. You know, I've obviously seen more than what I want to see on people's phones, you know, but you got to make sure all their stuff went over. They want to make sure everything's there.
You don't look at their pictures.
You got to. How am I supposed to know their pictures transferred over? Now, I'm not going through their reel. You know what I'm saying?
You're not scrolling. Yeah.
No. But, and then like people will go through, or they're like, oh, my phone's pop-ups, all these pop-ups are coming up. I got to go clear search history. I'm going to see what the fuck you've been searching up. At what point do I get the authority to call the cops on some of this weird shit?
What are some of the worst you've seen?
Dude, I'm thankful I never come across anything like, you know, predatorial. You know what I'm saying?
No, but search history. What's some of the creepy shit you?
But let me ask you this before this. If I was to come across that, would I be in the wrong to call the cops?
No.
Or
in fact, some people are actually
or
mandated
should I
reporters.
call? Like, what
You
should I
should,
call the
yes.
cops?
100%. But what here?
No, I'm not talking about pictures. I'm just talking about search history.
You don't know if somebody's writing a book. You don't know if somebody's doing research for school and art. You don't know. I would say wait till you see the actual shit. And then you're like, hey, detective, your ass down here. I got a phone for you, buddy.
Yeah,
You know what
but
I mean?
anyways, no, like the weirdest stuff I used to see, man, is like
I'm sure
I
tons of fetish shit.
I saw one that said it just stays with me
Midgets covered in
forever.
butter.
No, it was black grandmas gagged and tied up.
Dude, I've got like 4 sites right here for that. You want to see one of them?
No, dude. It was a white guy.
I'm white.
Yeah,
Why
but
we like that shit.
particularly black grandmas tied up.
Yeah.
And gagged.
They make good chicken, and then afterwards you tie them up and you slap
Shut
them,
the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up.
So good you slap your mama.
Shut the fuck up. Don't say that. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I'm about to clip this fucking shit for real. Oh my god, dude.
Views expressed on the Phat and Spicy Show do not represent PNS Studios. That's a third time tonight I've had to say that. It's been a while. I've got to get all this stuff out. I get
no, you don't get.
We can't be missing more shows.
That's for the subscriber only show.
When are we doing that, man? We've been talking about that forever.
Still we'll get it out, dude.
All right, we are actually planning something like that. We're gonna do a subscriber only or a Patreon show for you guys. I think it would be a lot of fun to let me and Fatsy just talk to you guys as we really are and not have to do the whole thing. Also, real quick before we go, because I know we're getting down to it. New Behind the Pint, check it out. Just dropped today with Mr. Jorge Gonzalez. It's a great story about managing anger, especially when you've got kids, dude. You and I should take a lesson from this show.
Dude, I'm gonna go watch it as soon as I can. But yeah, guys, if you enjoy this show and you enjoy other shows just like it, and you want to see more, and you want to see what's coming up, make sure you check us out and you follow us on Facebook at the Phat and Spicy Show or at the PNS Studio on YouTube, guys. On YouTube is where we upload everything, all the past shows, all of the behind the pint sessions. We got reels and clips on there, guys. You can follow us on Instagram, PNS Studios. You can follow us on Twitch. We're on there as well.
We're on TikTok.
We're on TikTok.
Get us over there on TikTok, man.
If you just want to see a bunch of shorts, you want to see a bunch of a bunch of little moments, TikTok. TikTok's where it's at, and Instagram.
I tell you what,
PNS Studios, guys.
If you guys go over to our shorts page on YouTube, you'll actually, if you haven't been catching up with the show or you're new to the show, you'll see me burn my chest with a cigarette in the middle of a live show. It was great.
Pop this cherry on live.
I sure did. Man, I missed you. We don't do this enough.
No, we don't. Last but not least, guys, if you enjoy the show and you want to donate, maybe buy Spicy a new toupee, buy me a new hat, or buy some new equipment right over here at the top right corner of the Phat and Spicy PayPal, guys, right there. All you gotta do is scan it with your phone. No more being lazy, no more clicking on links. Scan it with your phone, send us some money.
Guys, we'll take 50 cents. I'm begging here, man. I'm gonna get on. I'm doing it. Please. Oh, we don't need it that bad, but it would be nice.
Say 50 cents. I don't know.
Help us out.
Keep it. If you can only send 50 cents, just keep it. You might need it more than
this is what we promise to you. All of the money that you guys donate and support us with, or anything we make off of Twitch, always, and Jacob knows this, we put right back into the show. Every bit of it. This mic,
the LLC,
the neons, all the LLC, all the stuff that you guys donate help make us better, and we really do appreciate you guys. So if you guys can.
Most definitely, guys. As always, I'm Phat.
I'm Spicy.
And this has been the Phat and Spicy Show, guys. We're glad to have you back.
We're glad to be back. So did you buy any eggs? Have you seen the price?
Dude, I'm thinking about smuggling eggs now.
There you go. There you go. What about seahorse eggs? Try some of those.
I don't know, dude. I'm not really with the seafood, dude. I'm just saying. If we're gonna start smuggling something. We already got 2. We got 2 between the 2 of us. We got 4 eggs.
That's true.
We can sell those tomorrow.